right? And I'll explain, what the difference between these is theoretically too, so they understand why.
Yeah.
So this would be if we have, I came up with a good one the other day actually. I said, let's take your power chord. Let's take your power chord in B flat. So key of B flat. Here's my root, here's my fifth, so my 1 and 5 are here, and my 2 is here. So 2 is minor, this is the shape for minor, here's my 5.
Oh, this is nice.
Shape for
Way to look at
dominant,
it.
and then
Yeah.
there's my 1. And so what they have to memorize is this one is minor, this is dominant, that's major. Or, however you want to organize it. Sometimes I'll say, okay, let's take B flat and make it minor. Let's take B flat and make it dominant. Let's take B flat and make it major. So that they get basically 3 shapes that fit with 4 different types of chords. The 4th chord being minor 7 flat 5. Minor 7 flat 5, well, 1, 3, flat 5, flat 7. In these chords we don't have a 5th, so we can use the same one for minor. So that's usually where I start them, is getting them playing the chords in tempo. The other thing that I tend to do with this is I'll have them make sure that they know their tonic scale for whatever tune it is we're working on. In this case, Autumn Leaves is in the key of B flat. So I'll have them look at a B flat scale, B flat major scale, on each single string, just up and down. I'll have them learn where the notes are, and I'll have them get a play along. And I'll say, okay, first thing is you run up and down, just make sure you know where the notes are, then you put your play along on, and you try to create a solo, just on one string, using these notes.
Without knowing what you do.
Without having a clue what it is, just finding the
listening.
notes, listening, use your ear, find what you like.
Yeah.
Find, so I'm going to say, I get a lot of, and that's all. Now once that starts to feel comfortable, then we can start talking about, well, what makes up the chord? What else can we do with this? I might have them learn like some licks or some lines. I mean, I think that if you can already play in the key and make sense tonally of what's happening, you understand the form, and you understand when things modulate, you know when to change on the chords, then yeah, absolutely, you can get into some different options for what you would play. One of the things that I always try to make sure of, and I think it's important, is that students spend some time transcribing. And by transcribing, I don't mean writing down. I mean actually learning bits and pieces of a solo. There's some great tools out there now for aiding in transcription. There's a couple of programs that they show a waveform. So like you can actually locate the exact place very easily that you want to work on, and you can mark it. Like, okay, this is where I'm going to do it. Audacity does that. AnyTune Pro does that. Transcribe does that very well. And then of course you can slow it down or loop it, or if you're not sure what the note is the guy's playing, you can really slow it down and just focus on that one note and try and find it on your instrument. So yeah, a piece at a time is fine. The important thing is not to stop with that, but to, once you've learned it, you analyze what it is, and you look at where it fits on the chords. What he plays on that F minor, B flat, E flat is, that's what his actual line is on the thing. And what he's doing there is F minor. You think it's going to be B flat, but he plays B minor. And then, well, that's on E flat, it's E flat Lydian.
Yeah, it's a
triad.
Yeah.
So I'll say, okay, well, let's analyze it. So what can we do? We can use this. That's a good piece, so that's this. And then you play.
Do it in different tonalities.
Yeah, so you understand where it fits. And then maybe you look at the next part, which is a tritone sub. Maybe not even resolving, just like this. down here. Let's see, third. Maybe down here. So you start to understand where it fits, how it looks on the instrument, what it sounds like. And then maybe I'll take the last one. Okay, now we go back to your first question.
C major 7. We're doing both Lydian now, huh? Yeah.
So that's taking
So
George
that's-
Coleman's
that's-
lick and plugging it in.